For the first night in 2 weeks, nothing in Iran was hit. Nobody signed anything. 13 straight nights of tit-for-tat strikes over the ceasefire signed last month. And then, one Saturday, silence. Iran's health ministry marked the quiet in a social media post, saying no part of the country's body had been struck. When a government celebrates one calm night as a victory, it is telling you what the other 13 felt like. And into that silence, Tehran put its price on the table. Mojtaba Khamenei tied any peace deal with the United States to Israel ending its attacks on Lebanon. He called defending Hezbollah a strategic mandate and said the only way forward is jihad and resistance. Read the order of events again. Handed his first quiet night in 2 weeks, Iran's new leader did not talk about sanctions, or the nuclear file, or Iran at all. He spent the silence on Lebanon. That choice is the whole episode, so hold it. Here is the mechanism. Hezbollah is the regime's forward shield, parked on Israel's border so the war never has to reach Tehran. A deal that leaves Israel free to keep hitting Lebanon melts that shield down while Tehran watches. And a regime that trades away its shield has nothing left between the next war and its own cities. So the new Khamenei is telling Washington the shield is not for sale, at any price the table currently holds. Washington's answer came from the president himself. They are talking to us right now. They would love to make a deal. I do not think it is time yet, but I am willing to listen. His envoy says the pause gives the talk some space and insists ammunition has nothing to do with it. The other side of the table is less polite about the waiting. Iran's foreign minister Arachi wrote that people in the administration are burying their heads in the sand and seem focused only on 2028. When one negotiator says there is no hurry, and the other calls the delay an election strategy, they are not describing the same table. Now the bill, while everyone waits. At least 18 American service members killed in 5 months of a war the president sold as a relatively short excursion, with no end in sight. Inside Iran, the regime's health ministry claims over 3,400 dead. Treat that number the way you treat everything this regime publishes, as the floor it finds useful, not as the toll. This is a government that counts what serves it and buries the rest. By this channel's count, the Islamic Republic has massacred more than 50,000 Iranians across its wars and its crackdowns, and no ministry will ever print that number. Hold it next to their 3,400, and you understand what their arithmetic is for. And look hard at the one tragedy the regime is eager to show. At a primary school in Minab, in southern Iran, a strike in the war's opening hours killed 156 people, 120 of them children, by the local prosecutor's own count. What the guided tours do not dwell on, that school stood next to a Revolutionary Guard compound, and satellite images show the compound was struck several times. The Guard parked its base beside a classroom, and when the worst happened, the same regime walked foreign cameras through the rubble. Mourn those children, and name the men who put a military target next to their desks. The Islamic Republic shelters behind its own people, and then spends their dead as propaganda. That is not a tragedy the regime suffered. It is a tragedy the regime manufactured and now retails. The strain reaches past the region too. Independent analysis this week cataloged how this war is bending America's other relationships, starting with South Korea, which has resisted aiding the American operation to force open the Strait of Hormuz, pledging political and logistical support instead, and drawing the president's public criticism for the hedge. When allies start pricing their distance from your war, the coalition is paying interest on it. And listen to what Tehran once believed right now. State media this week carried the defense ministry line that the spirit of martyrdom plus new weaponry has made Iran's armed forces a superior power in the region. That is a claim, not a fact, and this channel will not repeat it as one. But the claim has a job. A government preparing its public for more war advertises strength. A government preparing to sign advertises reasonableness. Watch which advertisement is running, because it tells you what the leadership thinks comes next. Here is my read, and I am flagging it as a read. The Lebanon condition is a no dressed as a term sheet. Washington cannot deliver Israel's war in Lebanon on Tehran's schedule, and a leader this new cannot afford to be the one who traded away the shield. So he sets a price the other side cannot pay, and the refusal comes out of an American mouth instead of his. It costs him nothing at home, it reads as principle abroad, and it keeps the one asset his deterrence still rests on off the table entirely. If I am right, there is one tell to watch, and it is falsifiable. The Lebanon condition never becomes a negotiating paper. It stays a speech. The day Lebanon turns into a clause with language and a signature line, this is diplomacy, and I am wrong. Until then, it is two sides reloading with the radio on. Bottom line, the quiet is real, the price is public, and the price is one Washington cannot pay on Tehran's clock. Watch the condition, not the calm. If this breakdown helped you see the week clearly, hit like. It is free and it tells us to keep drawing the board. And subscribe, because the board moves every day, so you catch the pieces before they move.